Hey, and welcome to the premiere episode of Digital Style, where we put video game character creation systems to the test. Today, we'll be using Rock Band 3 to create some of the villains from Batman the Animated Series. Let's get right into it. Batman is known for having some of the best villains to butt heads against. Rock Band 3 has a cartoony character creation system with most of the accessories locked behind tests of skill. Let's see how well these two mesh. Now, these characters have had a lot of different designs over the years, but for the purposes of this video, we're going to be trying to match the look of the characters from how they appeared in Batman the Animated Series. We'll start with the obvious choice, the Joker. Any video game with a character creation element has had thousands of Jokers made. He's just such an iconic and easy character to make. Let's see how we do. Pretty good. It's immediately obvious who the character is. The hair isn't quite right and the shirt color is off, but those are minor. The biggest problem is that he's not smiling. And what's the Joker without his Harley Quinn? While these days she's known for wearing significantly less clothing, in the animated series she wore a full head-to-toe jester costume. Here we go. To unlock this, complete the 90% Expert Pro Keys goal. Expert Pro Keys? Now, I do own the keyboard for Rock Band 3, but honestly, I've never used it. Looks like it's time to learn. Time for a training montage. No, I'm not actually going to do that, because that's super lame. But look, I did it. Let's move on. Not terrible. As you can see, they didn't have anything even remotely resembling a jester hat, so I had to make Harley without her traditional headwear. I couldn't find a decent bodysuit either, so I had to fake it using full body tattoos. That's why you can clearly see her underwear. Let's move on to Harley's best friend, Poison Ivy. Now in the comics, Poison Ivy is usually drawn with a very detailed outfit made up out of leaves. But in the cartoon, she basically just wore a green one-piece swimsuit with leggings. For having such a simple costume, I was surprised at how Rock Band 3 just didn't have the necessary parts. I made do with what I had, though I thought the flower in the hair was a nice touch. And to round out the group, let's bring out the Penguin. The Penguin tends to dress on the fancier side of things. He's usually wearing a nice suit or a tuxedo, and he doesn't really have a supervillain costume. The costume is pretty solid. The shape of his body is not. That's as short and as fat as Rock Band 3 will let you make a character. Next up, Two-Face. Two-Face wears a suit that's split right down the middle. It's black on one side and white on the other, to match his split face and personality. This one is a bit of a stretch. There's no half-and-half suit to choose from, just a shirt. The hairstyle doesn't match, but it was the only one that offered two colors. And the face paint does an okay job of representing his facial scarring, but that yellow eye looks silly. Now let's cool things down a bit with Mr. Freeze. This scientist, formerly known as Victor Freeze, was well, I guess if he was formerly known as Victor Freeze, then he was always known as Mr. Freeze. But now he just spells it differently. Anyway, he wears a strength-enhancing exosuit that keeps him at sub-zero temperatures. The big glaring omission from this is his helmet. But I'm glad they had those goggles. The rest of the outfit is passable, but it's missing a lot of the details. Next up is the Riddler. Good thing I already unlocked that domino mask when I was making Harley. In addition to that mask, he wears a business suit with a green jacket and a bowler hat. His hat. His hat is locked behind another keyboard goal. Good thing I already got some practice in on this thing. Let's unlock this. And I couldn't do it. I'm not that good with the keyboard. I mean, the Riddler doesn't have to wear his hat all the time, right? Let's just continue. Well, other than the glaring omission of his bowler hat, this one is really good. I wish the game would let me put the question mark on his tie, though. And for the final character today, let's bring out Bane. The Venom-powered Bane has a look that is heavily inspired by luchadors. He wears a wrestling unitard and a luchador mask. Huh, I thought he'd be bigger. But that's as big and as muscular as the system will go. The mask is a mishmash of face paint, a domino mask, and a helmet. Can't do anything about that forehead gap, unfortunately. And there you have it, 8 of Batman's villains built in Rock Band 3. If you enjoyed this or have any ideas for future episodes, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.